Hi guys, it's me. I'm back. And tonight here I am going to talk about marriage boot camp with Tahiri and Vado and Phaedra and Medina and the rest of them, Corrupt and Tony. I was just wanting to stand up to show you my shirt, Good Trouble. I made it myself. I'm trying to get into it just for myself, nothing, because I get tired of paying $20, $25, $30 for a t-shirt. So I said, let me learn how to make my own. And I'll be good. I'm not doing it for any other reason than that. But, that was a statement from the late, great John Lewis. Yes, marriage boot camp. Last night, I wasn't in the best of moods. And I was actually on my way to bed, and I realized that Marriage Boot Camp was on, or it had aired, and so I decided to watch it. I'm sorry about this. I made notes, and I don't know, my phone is just doing something crazy over here on its own, and I just want it on my notes. So last night while I was watching, I actually took notes. I thought it was a real interesting episode, and even though I was on my way to sleep, it woke me right up from my sleep. And you know how you're watching something and it's good and you're talking to the TV? Well, yeah, that's what I did. Talk to the TV. I was rolling my eyes all up in my head like, we'll get to it. So last night, one of the things that really caught my attention was Vado. And what he said, the acronyms are for his name. And I thought, why? Why would you put that on yourself? And do we really think about that? Like we have, first of all, grown men with kid names. Not a kid name, but nicknames. Like I remember, this is just the one example, and this happened a few years ago. One guy, he wanted to introduce himself to me or whatever, and he introduced himself with not his real name. So I tell him what my name is, how we do that, and he says, he introduced himself to me as Bowlegs. And I'm like, what? Bowlegs? GTFOH, because, dude, you're a grown-ass man. Come on now. Bowlegs, and I'm a grown-ass woman, so I'm just not impressed by your bow legs, if that's what that was. But anyway, another celebrity that, well, I guess I can appreciate his, and is his stage name, I guess, was Tyga, the one Kylie Jenner used to date him. And I remember him on their show saying that TYGA was Thank You God Always. So that I can kind of appreciate. But Vado, last night, Vado said, Dr. Ish asked him, what did it mean? What did it stand for? And he said, violence and drugs only. What? Violence and drugs only? Why? Why do you want to... You're a great human being. Sure, maybe that is what you've been around. You probably grew up around violence and drugs, but you don't have to put that on yourself. We don't have to do that to ourselves. We are not where we came from unless that's where we choose, or if that's what we choose for ourselves. Because just because you came from the hood don't mean that you are the hood or that you have to be. You just have to aspire to be greater. And obviously he's done something with himself. He's on TV. We all know him. So I just, maybe he should figure something else out for Vado. Something great and mean more than what he said that was. Violence and drugs only. Oh no. And another thing that I wanted to touch on was, and I hate to sound like I'm not sympathetic to women being abused by men or vice versa. I can be empathetic, I can be sympathetic towards it, but what I don't like is when you are the aggressor and then you play victim. And last night, Tahiri made a statement, and she was talking. Well, somebody asked her if she had talked to Vado or whatever, and then she wants to, but she still feel like they need time apart. Blah blah blah. I get it. And then she was like, "Well, just because I didn't deserve that, it doesn't matter that I threw apples and tried to take his head off. I didn't deserve what he did to me. I didn't deserve that response, or I didn't deserve a response at all. I am a lady." I've said it before, like you cannot control the way a person is going to react to your actions. And what that made me think of when Tahiri said that, I thought about Evelyn, of course, from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you guys watched that, Evelyn was a beast on the show. She was a bully. She's still a bully. And she done threw full wine bottles. She done threw brand new wine bottles at people's heads. She done jumped up and off, flew over tables, and she's incited fights and everything. Like, she's a big beast bully, or she was on the show. And then, the tables turned. She got with someone who would give her what she was giving to others. And now, all of a sudden, she was a victim. Don't be the victim. Like I said in my first video about Vado and Tahiri, or anybody, it's just anybody in general in life, in real life, outside of celebrity, us, everyday working people. If you don't want to be hit, don't hit. Just don't do it. I don't care how mad you get. If somebody talks about you and you get so angry, like if they don't touch you, don't touch them. Period. Oh my goodness. I'm moving on away from that topic because it's a rough one. I've never experienced domestic violence, physical violence in a relationship, thankfully and prayerfully, and at this point in time, I can't see it happening, and I pray that away, and I hope you do as well. So, yeah, I'm going to move on to something else. It really made me laugh last night. Corrupt. He's a funny little bitty dude. Oh my goodness, he is so funny. But last night in his confessional, what were they talking about? And when Corrupt said, he says he has, oh, you know what? It was the scene, the puppets. Corrupt and Tony, they had their puppets, and it was just a whole big mess. But in the confessional, Corrupt says something like he had his little pecker pecked on the plane. Child, I almost fell off my bed because he called it a little pecker. Like, really? Is it really little? Corrupt, and most men don't refer to their peckers as little peckers, even if it's little. They want you to believe that it's not so little. But I think it was that when they were doing the puppets and they was talking about their fantasies, and somebody said they wanted to join the Mile High Club, and he was like, in the confessional that he had his little pecker pecked on the plane, and it was like, that I was laughing at that. It was funny to me. What did you think about it? Okay, and then moving right along, Phaedra, girl, if you don't give Medina some coochie and quit playing, you better just stop playing, girl. So I'm pretty sure by now they done did the do. Now, what we know about Phaedra, looking at her and seeing her reactions and her interactions, and she gives off this Southern belle type vibe, like she's so pristine and proper. But the most she has had sex in one day, she said, was 4 times. Everyone was so shocked by that. Not Phaedra. Oh yeah, Phaedra. She says if she's in a relationship and she's feeling somebody and, yeah, it can go down. But what we know about Phaedra, or we can easily assume, because I can't say that I know it, but what I think about her is she likes a little bit of a roughneck. We can all see that. And Medina, he is such a nice guy. And nothing's wrong with him being nice. He can be nice, but she want him to pull her by the hair a little bit. Kind of just yank it like Cherie did Kim on The Real Housewives. Just shift it a little bit. She wants a little bit of thug in there. She wants him to just, I don't want to say take it, but you know what I mean. Some good, strong foreplay. So when he was licking them toes with that whipped cream, and when he did something else, oh yeah, she was ready. But you know what else? Oh my goodness. Speaking of Phaedra and Medina, she was finally about to get his man some, and then here come Tony in their room that night with her drama. Girl, get your arms on her head. Let this man go on and get his, so. So that was funny. Corrupt with the little pecker coming in. Phaedra, yeah, I'm pretty sure they have did the do by now, because the show is recorded prior to and so yeah. Medina needs to toughen up just a smidget, not too much, because she is a prim and proper princess. All right. So another part that I was like, uh-oh, that happened last night was Dr. Ish. He said that he was going to take all of the brown liquor out of the house because it was an issue. Not with everybody in the house. We all know who the issue was with, and that was Corrupt. And so Dr. Ish, he talked about the liquor and that he want to help Corrupt, and Corrupt's not being able to do it on his own. And so, they were pretty much just doing it for him, trying to be his support and help him to do what he said he was going to do. But once Dr. Ish said that, I was like, oh, shit. Corrupt ready to blow that joint now. He wants his brown liquor. And let me tell y'all, we see how Corrupt gets with the brown liquor. And I know we only getting a smidget here and there, but we all know somebody who can't handle the brown liquor. Now, I know some people that say that brown liquor, it makes you want to fight. I don't drink like that. I drink. I have me a cocktail now, okay? But I don't drink to fight. I don't drink and just overdo it, period. But some people, I don't know. I don't even think they have to overdo it. I ain't going to say that. But brown liquor ain't for everybody. It is not for everybody. And with Corrupt, we can see it is not for him. And I knew, once Dr. Ish said that, I'm like, Corrupt, he ready to go. He don't even want to be there no more. Dr. Ish didn't say he was taking all the liquor out the house, just the brown liquor. So, yeah, it's sad to see that Corrupt can't handle his liquor. He don't want to get help with it, or he didn't at the time of their taping. And I would hope that he's gotten things under control since taping. And it's sad that, it's just not for everybody. I think if you're going to drink, it's okay. Just know your limits. Like, you do not have to drink the full bottle of liquor just because it's there. Save some. I'll, especially if I'm drinking like a cocktail. If I buy a bottle, I'll have it a month or two. I don't drink like that. I don't understand when some people, and that's, if you're drinking it by yourself, I don't think you should go through a bottle of liquor in a day. Not not even a half pint, not even a small bottle. Like, get you a couple of ounces, maybe 2 shots, and chill. You just want to take the edge off. You don't want to fall off the edge. You know what I'm saying? And that's what ends up happening. Usually, a lot of people, they fall off the edge. And let's see what else I have here on my notes. But yeah, I hope Corrupt has gotten things under control or is working on getting things under control. And maybe if he looked back at himself, as we're watching, he's watching, he can see, that can help him realize that, yeah, he needs to get some help. And those puppets, that scene, it was really funny. But Tony and Corrupt, oh my goodness, like, I really loved what Judge Toller said to Tony, because Tony keeps calling the lady, whoever she is, that Corrupt deals with on the side, homeless. She's like, that homeless aunt, that's homeless. And Judge Lynn Toller told Tony, honey, she is not homeless. She's living rent-free in your head. Bam! Because you letting her run every aspect of you and y'all's relationship. And I was like, tell it. Let me tell you, I love me some Judge Lynn Toller because, honey, she will open your eyes. She will open your eyes, okay? And I was thinking about Tony and Corrupt. So, this is just how I feel about it. You can tell me if you feel or think the same. Celebrity guys, they're going to cheat because they're celebrities. And especially when they're new coming into it and they're building their names and they're becoming known and everybody wants to get to know them, if you know what I mean. They got coochie coming at them from the left to the right. Hey, you got to duck and dodge everything. And so, knowing this, I feel like the women going into the relationships with these guys, I don't care if you are rappers, you are in the sports, you are actors, you are a news anchor, whatever. If you're a celebrity, somebody's going to try you. And I think most time those guys are going to catch. The women are throwing the cooch and the men, they are catching it. And I feel like the women going into these relationships are aware of this and knows that it's going to happen. So you're either going to choose to deal with it until he gets over that phase of life, or you're not going to deal with it. And Tony and Corrupt, like Tony, oh my goodness, like I get so tired of hearing her talk about the homeless lady who was actually not homeless. She's living in Tony's head rent free. And she's driving her crazy. Right? Like, that makes sense. It makes you think. And Tony, she kept saying, like, I just want him to tell the truth. I just want him to tell the truth. He keep lying. Once he tells me the truth, it's over. I'm gone, blah, blah, blah. But you already know the answer. Why do you need to hear him say it when you already know what it is? So you just need to hear him say it before you leave? You already know the answer to that question. So if you're going to go, just go, right? I know that's easier said than done. Like, if you love someone, you love someone, but you're in it, or either you're in it or you're not. You're going to deal with it or you're not going to deal with it. And OMG, when Tony was going off and she was talking about Corrupt to Dr. Ish, and she was snapping. She's like, this mother. Oh, I was just waiting for her to drop that N-word. But I'm like, she's not, she can't. Like, she can't. But I know she wanted to drop that N-word. You felt that too, right? It's like, oh, nah, she couldn't do it. But, she wanted to call that man the N-word. She did. It wasn't going to fly, so she held that. She held it, and I'm glad she held it. So, those were my takes for Marriage Boot Camp last night. My thoughts and my opinions. No, I didn't do any research on anything. It was just me taking my little notes as I was going along. And what do you think about me saying Tahiri is playing the victim because she feels like, well, she feels just like she didn't deserve what Vado did to her, even though she did what she did, right? And I understand, like, some men, because Dr. Ish says no matter what a woman does to a man, he should not hit her. I don't intend to agree with that, not 100%. I agree with, if you don't want to be hit, do not hit. What do you think about Phaedra and Medina? Do you think that, yeah, we know he done finally fell into it by now. I hope they're happy and I hope they can be together. I'm Team Phaedra. I like her from Real Housewives of Atlanta, even after all the drama. Another couple that I did not speak on was Willie and his wife. And when she pulled the dare out to dance in the fountain, I didn't find a problem with it, but he did initially, but he caught himself, and Judge Lynn told her she talked to him about his growth because she saw growth there from him in that moment, and so she acknowledged it, and I think that made him feel good about the whole process and them being there, which that was great. And if there's anything that I did not touch on, it was because it was not on my notes, and I just took notes on the things that stood out to me. So we'll see what happens. Well, there wasn't much to talk about with Hazel E. and Devon because apparently during that episode they had miscarried the baby, which is not a good thing, a sad thing for them, and they have been trying. But from my understanding now, they do have a happy, healthy baby, and so congratulations to them on that. They didn't do too much of the episode last night and participate in the activity, so I didn't forget about them, but it wasn't too much of them there. So yeah, I wish everybody on the show blessings. Like, I wish all of you blessings who's watched my videos. So talk to me about what you think of my thoughts on this episode and share some of your own. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. And come back again soon. I'm always posting stuff. It's just different random stuff. And this one just happened to be about marriage boot camp. And I enjoyed this episode. Yeah, it gave me a lot to think about. And hopefully it gave you a lot to think about too. So thanks again for watching. And see you next time. Stay safe.